Welcome to today's workshop. So good that you are all here. Thank you for taking the time. And everybody who doesn't know me, quick introduction, just 2 sentences. My name is Tina. I am a physical therapist and massage therapist for over 25 years and the head coach here at the Face Yoga Method for 8 years now. And today we are talking about one thing, and this is the lines that are running from your nose to the corners of your mouth, your nasolabial folds. And I hope that by the end of this workshop, you are going to understand exactly why they form, why they deepen, why they barely show up for other people. And you will also be able to feel your face working differently because, of course, we will do some face yoga. I want to be crystal clear at the beginning of this workshop. There is not one single magic move or exercise or pose you can do, and then they will be erased or diminished or whatever. That is not possible. To work with the nasolabial folds, it's simple. It really is simple, but it works because you do it consistently, and that is the most important thing. So, before we do anything else, I want you to put a little smile on your face. Just your normal smile. Nothing forced, nothing performed, just smile. If you have a mirror close by, look into the mirror, please, or look in the camera here or into your phone camera. Hold the smile and look at your nasolabial folds. What do you see? Is there one line on both sides? Or maybe two or even three on one side? Are they a little bit deeper, closer to your nose, closer to the nostrils? Or are they deeper next to the mouth? Do they form little pouches here? And when you now stop smiling, are they stay visible? Are they still visible when your face is relaxed? Or do they only show up when you smile? And how does the smile feel? Is it easy or does it feel forced and unnatural? Just observe. Whatever you are seeing here, it is mainly, we get to the other things, but it's mainly anatomy and the normal aging process. So everyone has a ring-shaped muscle around the mouth, forming your lips. It's really a ring-like muscle. And then you have the cheek muscles that are radiating into it and muscles from the jaw. So the structure of your facial muscles here is built to fold right there when you smile. You have the folds because you have a face that moves. It's not a wrinkle in the first place, and it's for sure not damage. It's proof that your face is expressive. And then you have, that's more for the aging process, you have bones underneath your midface, right? You have the cheekbones, you have your upper jaw, and your bone structure, that is holding everything up. But when we age, we slowly lose volume in the bones. And less bone underneath means less foundation for the tissues to sit on. So when then gravity hits, the fold appears deeper. And that happens to everyone. That's nothing to be hard on yourself about. That is just the normal aging process. So why does the fold get deeper for some of us, and for others it stays soft? 3 things, and that's what this workshop today is about. Besides the anatomy and the normal aging, there are many factors that accelerate the development of deeper nasolabial folds. 3 things we can easily work with, change, reduce, and prevent this entire area from showing more signs of aging than it needed. So we stop kind of the aging process in the way that we can. Number 1 is muscle tension. When you smile and you have tense muscles in your face, I will show that in a minute when we start with the exercises. The tissue cannot go anywhere when you smile. The folds are getting deeper. If everything is relaxed in your face and can move with your smile, that does not happen. It's pretty easy. Number two is lymphatic fluid. If lymphatic fluid gets stuck and sitting on top of the fold, that area gets heavy and puffy. And heaviness and puffiness pulls everything down and into the fold. So we need to be able to have a good lymphatic flow. And again, if the muscles are tense, the fluid cannot go and be flushed out. When we are sleeping on the side, when we are chewing more on one side, all these things will block the lymphatic pathways and then fluid gets stuck in your face. It doesn't only show as eye bags or double chin, also as deeper nasolabial folds. And there is a third thing for me, the most important one. And we tend to not think about it, but you learned how to smile. You didn't learn that on purpose, right? When you were a child, nobody told you, oh, this is a smile and you have to do it like this. But you learned it over years and over decades without noticing what you are doing when you smile. But your face found a pattern and stuck with it. So I will show you the three main ones, and these are the ones we will adjust the poses so that every one of you will find like her main pattern and then can change that. So some of us smile mostly with lifting the cheeks up, creating all these wrinkles around the eyes, right? Some of us smile sideways, creating towards the ears, creating these little pouches here along the cheeks or more wrinkles on the cheeks. And some of us have a pattern, not a lot, but some of us have a pattern where the lower face is so tense that when we smile, actually the corners of the mouth are going down and we have a lot of tension in the jaw and also in the neck. And each pattern deepens the fold differently. That's why there is not one single magic movement to eliminate nasolabial folds. Not possible. So I want you to check in the mirror again, and then please let me know in the chat. Which one is closest to your smile? Is it the upward smile, creating all the wrinkles around the eyes, like the crow's feet and under the eyes? Is it more the sideway pull, where you create the pouches and dimples and more lines? Or is it the downward smile, even where you grip the face, where you really hold upward, upward, sideway, upward smile, sideway, number one, number two. Okay, good. Not a lot are not a lot are seeing the smile pattern downward, but I promise you, you have tension here. Okay, so thanks for letting me know. And that is actually what we are working against. We are not working against the fold itself, right? Not possible, anatomically there. But we are working on the fold not becoming deeper, more permanent, turning into a wrinkle, all these things. So when we put everything together, stuck lymphatic liquid, tension, and your smile pattern, the order we work in, the sequence of your routine, the sequence, the order of your face yoga, that is what matters. First, we release the tension that is gripping and pulling and blocking. You cannot move fluid through tissue that is still tight and holding on. Would not work. Once the tissues or the muscles are soft, we drain the fluid, so nothing sits stagnant on top of the fold. And only once the tissue is released and drained, then we retrain the muscles to lift the cheeks instead of deepening the folds. And one last time, and I will not say it again, we cannot undo the fold. It is anatomy. But we can't stop making it worse, and we can't stop it from turning into something static and permanently deep and getting deeper with every single smile, because that happens when you have a specific pattern. And that's what the next 20 minutes are for. And if you have questions, there will be a Q&A at the end. So for now, I really want you to sit back, relax, and do the full routine with me so that you really can feel it. And then afterwards, we go into the Q&A. Give me a thumbs up if that sounds good, and then we can start right away. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay, so first thing, releasing tension. But we start still with activating the lymphatic system, not mid flushing out, but activating. And I want you to just tap very lightly on top of your collarbones. This is our main hub for lymphatic liquids. So I really want you to just tap a little bit here. We kind of say to the lymphatic system, hey, something is coming. Tap right in front of the ears. We just activate the bigger lymph nodes so that everything from here actually can drain in a second. And then just tap below the earlobes. And then you can lift the chin a little bit. It's a nice stretch for the front, and tap down the sides of the neck to the collarbones. And that's enough. That's enough for activating. Now we go into the release. We are working on one of the chewing muscles, your masseter muscles. I want you to find the muscle first. When you place your fingertips, not on the cheeks, but to the sides of the face, right in front of the ears, and you clench your teeth, what pops up underneath your fingertips, underneath your fingers, that is the muscle. That's where I want you to work on. We have 3 spots. I want you to find the cheekbone, like really the hard bone here. And then we go right beneath that spot number 1, then in the middle of the muscle, and then at the jaw angle, right here where you feel like the jawbone, right on top there. I want you to place your fingertips on the first spot. Clench one more time to see if you're in the right spot. Not here, here. And then I want you to relax the jaw because you don't want to tense the muscle while you are releasing. You press in, and on a scale from 1 till 10, maybe a 3, maybe a 4, maybe just a 2. I cannot tell you what's best for you. You should feel the pressure, but it should not hurt. And then you go into small circles. I want you to relax the shoulders down. And I want you to keep your head light. Your head is floating to the sky. Then you move with your fingertips to the second spot, middle of the muscle. Again, clench your teeth if you're not sure. Unclench. Let the jaw drop. Best to do it like this. Doesn't look good, but this is the most relaxed state you can do. I don't want you to do something like this, so keep kind of an upright body posture, nothing crazy. What if that really hurts? Reduce the pressure and just slightly press in and don't do the circles. It's your face. I can only give you some options. And then to the lowest point, again, clench to make sure that you find it. This is for me the most sensitive spot. And again, if that hurts, just place your fingertips, just add a little pressure, maybe go into a little vibration here. See if that feels better. And yes, Amy, of course, because this is the second set that we are doing, we are using the knuckles. If the fingertips already felt like, ouch, don't use the knuckles at all. Do the same variation again. But if you're like, yeah, Tina, nice, but I want more, go in with your knuckles. Right under the cheekbone, maybe clench your teeth, find it, and then go into the little circles. Your shoulders are down. Your head is light and floating to the sky. The back of your neck is long. Nothing like this, nothing like this. This will block everything again. So please keep a good posture. And then slide the knuckles down to the middle. Same thing. Relax your forehead. No wrinkles in the face, no tension in the face. Don't stick out your belly, no tension in your legs or your toes or whatever. Everything is relaxed. And then down to the jaw angle. This really hurts for me in a really good way. So if you feel like, that feels so good, you can add a little more pressure, not too much. Okay, and for the third set, I want you to use your knuckles like this, right on top of the muscle belly. Again, clench your teeth to find it. And then you go into a little wiggle. And you can go a little bit wilder here. So just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. You can also wiggle like this. Let the jaw drop. Again, doesn't look good, but the benefits are way better when you really release here. Okay, take the hands down. Put a little smile on your face. Does it feel different? Does it feel a little bit lighter? Does it come easier to you? Maybe yes. Put it in the chat, let me know. Maybe no. Also totally fine. So that was for everyone with a sideway and also with the upward smile. We do one more for the upward smile because when we push, yes, yes, yes. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you for the feedback. Yes, yes, yes. Cheeks aren't pulling up so high, feels lighter. Perfect, perfect. Yes. Okay. Sorry, I cannot see anything without my glasses. So for the upward pull, because I think most of you I saw are pulling upwards, we have a teeny tiny muscle here. I always call it the little troublemaker. It's a very long, very thin muscle, and this one is doing this. So when we tend to push up like this, everyone with a gummy smile or the deep folds right here, this is the one we need to release. So you use the flat part of your index finger knuckles and place it right next to the nose, like where the bone of the nose and the cheek kind of in the intersection. And then again, you just wiggle. And you can go up a little bit into the corners of the inner corners of the eye. You can go down a little bit. You can press in just with the knuckles, and maybe you feel a spot where you're like, yeehaw, that really hurts. For me, it's always close to the nostril where it's getting more intense. And just make your way and think of releasing the tension here so that the smile doesn't get pulled up, but more to the sides when we train the correct movement. If that's too intense, you can also do it like this. This is a little bit less intense. And then maybe after you have done that for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you can then go with the knuckles. Take the hands down, close your eyes just for a second. Take a deep breath in, even breathing is easier now. And breathe out through the mouth. Let go of all the tension. Open your eyes. And we have a third kind of smile, the downward pull. But even if it's not going down yet, these muscles are stronger than the ones who are lifting up. So we always need to release tension from the lower jaw. Same thing, knuckles, but not the pointy side, not the pointy thing we used on the masseter muscle, but the more flat side. And then you wiggle just along the jawbone here. And you can go back and forth, doesn't matter. You can use one hand on the cheek or go with one side first. And whenever you feel something, most of the time, it's right underneath the corners of your mouth. When you find a spot that's like another yeehaw, just stay there, maybe just with one hand. Press in, breathe through it. And again, your jaw is relaxed. So again, let everything hang. Doesn't look good, but we need to release the tension. Okay, and then stop. Close your eyes just for one deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Put a little smile on your face. How does it feel? Just observe. Just feel if you have the feeling, ooh, it feels like it goes up a little bit lighter. Give me thumbs up if you feel any changes in how the smile feels, not how it looks, but yes, perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Good. Next thing, we release the tension, so we prepared the tissue and we created space. Now we need to drain again. So this time, do some pumping right on top of the collarbone. Go in and pump. Again, just a few times, doesn't need to be 5 minutes. It's really just activating. Then you form a V shape, place it in front and behind your ear and pump down. Same thing, not a ton of times, not 100 times, 20, 30-ish. That is enough. And that's good for everything, not just for nasolabial folds. You're working on your lymphatic system, meaning you depuff your entire face, eye bags, double chin, puffy cheeks, all of that. And now I want you to use 2 fingertips, place them right on top of the upper part of the nasolabial fold. There are also lymph nodes. Oops, sorry, I have a hair between my fingers. And I don't want you to press in. I just want you to place the fingertips on top very lightly. And now you gently massage outwards. I'm not doing anything like this. Just like this. Think of pumping, pumping to the side. You want to guide the lymphatic liquids away from the top or away from your nasolabial folds. And by activating and guiding the lymphatics, now we need to bring them to the front of the ears, down the sides of the neck to the collarbones. We do that 5 times. No pressure. You don't see me creating wrinkles or pulling like crazy. Just let the fingers slide and glide. Mine do not really slide and glide because I'm sweaty like hell because it's so warm in here. If it gets stuck a little bit, that doesn't matter. Your lymphatics will not care. Little tapping. And now we go into the smile pattern again. So what you are doing now, or what I want you to focus on and learn now, is to create the perfect smile. And when I say create, that already implements, it takes time. But we are starting today. So remember the way you mainly smile, your smile pattern, upwards, sidewards, or downwards. All 3 patterns, like I mentioned in the beginning, will deepen your folds over time. There is one pattern where you activate the correct muscles to not deepen the lines as much as the other 3 patterns will do. And that is to the sides, but also up to the cheekbones. So let's learn this together before we do the one exercise at the end of this routine that will give you the nice, full, high cheeks, full of volume, and keep the folds under control. Soft and not deep and sad and everything is going down. What I want you to do, and it is difficult, you may not be able to feel this today, but this is your very beginning of learning how to change your smile. So be kind and be open. It could take more than 30 minutes, but we will get there. So I want you to place your fingertips, pinky finger right where the corners of your mouth are, and then diddle-diddle-dim up to the cheekbones. And up to the cheekbones, I mean between the corner of your eye and your ear, on the bone itself, like this, on both sides. This is the way your correct smile should go. So what are we doing? I want you to, without the fingers, I'm showing you without the fingers, your fingers will be there. You are smile, release, smile, release, smile, release. No matter what your pattern is, right? But with your fingertips, now you are guiding the muscles a teeny tiny bit into the direction of your index finger. So when you tend to smile like this, you will see the upward smile, you will see the fingertips going up. Then you simply try to smile just a teeny tiny bit more to the sides, and your fingers will help. Same with the sideways smile, right? It will go like this. I want it here. So you lift a teeny tiny bit. I'm even doing it too much. I want you to do it just like this. And when you feel that that the corners of your mouth are going down when you smile, same thing. Little lift. We will that do 200 more times. No, I'm just kidding. But let's do it for 10, 9, 8, 7, up to your index finger. Shoulders are down. Keep breathing. Now I lost counting. 3, 2, 1. Take the hands down and smile again. Eee. If that feels like the corners of your mouth are a bit irritated and it feels like they don't know where to go, give me a thumbs up because you were activating the muscles in a different way. So the smile just feels like, ooh, I have no idea where to go. That's the beginning. So you are activating. I can see a ton of thumbs up. Yes. So you are now activating the correct muscles. And that feels weird, right? When you smile, close your eyes, smile. Feel where it goes. Think of your index finger on your cheekbone. Smile up there. And you will not create wrinkles under your eyes, no deep crow's feet. You will not create pouches. You will not create any downward pull. Okay, now we are coming to the exercise. This is the one. Everything else today built towards this exercise. If you want results, you need to prepare the face. I'm the coach here. You need to prepare the face correctly. You need to release the tension. You need to activate the lymphatic system. You need to tell your brain, hey, this is where I want the muscles to go. When you go on YouTube and you do one of these exercises 200 times, you will never get good results. It is just not working. You have to prepare. It's like when I'm not an athlete and I'm trying to do a split and I jump into a split, that will hurt, right? It will not give me long, lean legs. For that, I need to prepare. When I'm body weighting or when I'm going for a run, I need to prepare. And it's the same in the face. It's also muscles. They work differently. They are different anatomically, but you have to prepare and you have to prepare the right way. Okay, the exercise we are doing, we will lift the cheeks, but I want you to learn to lift the cheeks without deepening the nasolabial folds. That's the goal of this workshop. So remember your 3 patterns. Remember your main one. Upward, sidewards, or even down. When you are the upward pusher, I want you to place your hands like you hug your face and your fingertips are close to the crow's feet area, close to the corners of the outer corners of the eyes. When you are the sideways smiler, place them closer to the nasolabial fold to prevent the pouches. When you are the downward gripper, place the fingertips on your jaw. These are just options. I can only give you ideas. It's your face and your smile. So I want you to play with the placement of your fingers. So even when you are an upward smiler and I tell you, curl your lips and smile and you still deepen your nasolabial folds, then maybe you need to place your fingers here and do the same thing. Then this is your hand position. When you are a downward gripper and I tell you to curl the lips and smile and you deepen the nasolabial folds, You will never get the benefits. Again, change. Maybe like this. The goal is to smile by activating and lifting the cheeks and not deepening the folds. Okay, let's try. I will place my fingers like this because I'm a sideways smiler. I want you to curl your lips just a little bit. Nothing like this. This is a curl, but this is not helpful. So you drop the jaw a little bit and then you curl just a teeny tiny bit. If that's too hard, just don't do it. Just like this, or keep the lips like this. You place your hands and you lift the hands, not the skin, the muscles underneath, just a teeny tiny lift up to the cheekbones. You curl your lips and then you smile without deepening the nasolabial folds. And I'm not putting on a big smile. That would deepen my folds. Just a little smile. And that's where you get the best results. And just hold it. Shoulders are relaxed. Head is floating to the sky. Long neck. Nothing like this. Nothing like this. And then you come out and release. Do a little tapping on the cheeks. We will do 2 more rounds. And you can try. Place your fingers like this. Maybe this is your way. Curl the lips. Push back and up. Again to your cheekbone. And then you put on a little smile. Right? And you can clearly see this is not my way. I create a little wrinkle here. So I will place my fingers like this. And I really sound stupid, I know, but that's how it is. Okay, hold. Relax your shoulders. Let the breath flow. Head is floating to the sky. Little smile on your face. Gently pull the cheeks up. And slowly come out. Little tapping. Maybe also the jaw. If that hurts on your jaw joint, don't call. Another thing I forgot to mention earlier. Okay, last one. Place your fingers. I will stick with this and I will lift up like this. I'm not doing anything like this. Gentle lift, just a little bit. Curl, smile, and hold. And you can see there's nothing around my nasolabial folds, but I'm still smiling. If I stop, it's this. I'm smiling, but I'm not deepening anything. Hold it. Shoulders are relaxed. Last time, head is floating to the sky. And then slowly, slowly come out. Close your eyes for a moment. And I want you to, one last time, smile. Does it feel different? Maybe the cheeks lift a little bit easier, more freely. Maybe it feels softer. Maybe the smile just feels more like your smile. Or maybe not yet. And that is completely fine. One class is a beginning, not a transformation. Consistent practice is what turns this into real lasting change. So, what do you notice? What do you feel? Please put it in the chat. So, today you got a little glimpse of something, not just a technique, but a pattern. The way you have been expressing yourself for years and decades. And if you've tried face yoga before and it didn't seem to do much or making things worse, this might be why. Nobody showed you the pattern underneath and the sequence and the order and the why. All these things you need to know. And that is not a small thing to learn and to see in 30 minutes. And nothing here is magic. What you felt today, the release, the drainage, the first sense of your cheeks lifting instead of deepening the folds, that is real. And it's simple, right? It wasn't too difficult. And if I could learn it, you can learn it too. But a smile pattern running with you for 20, 30, 40 years, that doesn't retrain itself in one workshop. It takes repetition. It takes showing up every single day. Your brain needs to relearn the way how to smile without deepening the nasolabial folds. And that is exactly what our 15-day nasolabial fold smoother program gives you. It's simple. 15 days, 10 minutes every day, fold focused week by week. So week 1 gets your face lighter and softer, releasing the tension, draining out what is stuck there, what you felt today. And then week 2 builds on with a lift. Once your face is actually ready for it, not before, because then you will make it worse. So each day builds on the last one, a little deeper, a little more specific. And there are 2 bonuses, and you can find the link already in the chat. So there are 2 bonuses inside the program that go a little bit further than what we touched on today. The deeper release in intraoral massage. Once your face is prepped, that is usually around 1 week or week 1 or week 2, we go inside the mouth. And we are working from inside the mouth on each muscle layer because your fingers cannot reach everything from the outside, right? So we go inside the mouth. The second bonus we have is called From the Body Up. It's a full face release. So not just release for the nasolabial folds. You have learned today why release is so important. It's a full face release. And this one starts actually away from the face. It starts with the shoulders, with the neck, with the ears. Because if tension is here, again, you cannot lift anything. Everything is blocked and held in place. So you don't need to do this perfectly, what you learned today. Nobody does. What moves the needle is consistency and, of course, our most perfect program for that. So the program itself is $47. It's not a lot, and everything is included. All 15 days plus the bonuses. It's yours for good, forever access, so you can come back to it anytime you need to refresh or you need to work a little bit on your nasolabial folds. There is also a 30-day money-back guarantee. So there is nothing to lose by trying it out. The link is in the chat. Enrollment opens through July, I think 19th or even longer. I think it's even longer, 21st, 22nd. Or you go to faceyogamethod.com/join. And if today felt like something, this is where it becomes real change. And I would love to have you in the program. And I think now we can open up for a Q&A, which is my most loved time of every workshop. I can see some of our membership members smiling at me here because they know it. Yes. Okay, Jana, how would this massage routine take on a daily basis? One more time. How would this massage routine take on a daily basis? I think, Jana, you're asking if you can do it on a daily basis. The answer is yes. In the beginning, you can do it every day, but this is one routine. And your face, like your body, doesn't like the same exercises over and over again. And we only touched on this area. So when we are talking about the nasolabial folds, there is more you need to cover. You need to release more. You need to work on more muscles just on the main ones we worked on today. So on a daily basis, yes, always the same routine. I would not suggest that. Okay, Johanna, my neck is always very tense. Can I do these exercises lying on my back? Johanna, absolutely. Lying in bed, even if you have shoulder issues, you can place a big pillow underneath both elbows, and then you can do everything really relaxed. You can also place the elbows in front of you on a table and do them like this. Just make sure that your posture is still okay-ish. And then you are absolutely fine. I do my face yoga routine every morning in bed. So yes. Amber, do you release the tension from your face every day? Quick answer, absolutely. Because my face tenses every single day again. When I'm writing, when I'm reading, when I'm concentrating, even when I'm doing nothing. I tend to clench my teeth. I tend to wrinkle my forehead. I tend to do weird things with the corners of the mouth, mainly one side. So yes, I release tension every single day. Um, then we have, I am on a medication that causes Cushing syndrome, moon phase, and buffalo hump. Will these exercises help you reduce or prevent Cushing read, I cannot say that word, sorry, features? Yes and no. I'm not a doctor, so I cannot give medical advice here. Um, if it's only due to the medication, that is a sign of your lymphatic system. So it could help, but there are more exercises to really activate this type of stuck lymphatic liquid. And I cannot go that deep in today. But yes, overall, with face yoga, activating the lymphatic system will underline or help or prevent a little bit. Yes, but again, I'm not a doctor, so I don't want to give false advice here. Lila, how often can we do lymphatic release? The V around the ears and the tapping downward. Also easy every single day. You should not do lymphatic drainage every single day, especially if you have a hollow face or a very mature face. But activating the lymphatic system, hell yes. Do it every day. It's good for your entire body. So, yes. Juanita, can I practice the smile exercise every day or 3 to 4 times per week? Yes. If I wrinkle my eyes when I smile, I'm the up. Yes, you can. Just this one, just guide and train. Absolutely. What else do we have? Sarah, is it a 2 week program or 15 days spread out over a longer period of time? Does it help with 11 lines too? Two questions. So first one, it is a 15-day program. So it would be ideal if you could do it every day, but you don't have to. If you don't have the time, if you feel like I'm doing something else on 1 or 2 days in between, then you can mix and match. That's not a problem. But ideally, if you want to set a good foundation for your nasolabial folds, you should do it kind of every single day. There is always a day where we cannot find the time. That's totally fine. And does it help with 11 lines too? Like I said, everything is connected. Inside the program itself, there are exercises and poses that are good for the entire face, not just the nasolabial folds. So a little bit it will help with 11 lines too, but you will not get rid of 11 lines when you do this program. So it's a yes and a no answer. Jan, what if I miss a day? If you miss a day, you just go on the next day. Not a big problem. So let's say you are on day 6, and then on day 7, you have to do something else. On day 8, you simply do the day 7. That's it. Don't overthink it. The most important thing is that you do it. Okay, Claudia, who is delivering the nasolabial folds smoother program? It's the face yoga method. And I created the program together with Fumiko. So it's the best program you can get out there, of course. And it's, of course, the face yoga method. Amy, what would you suggest if you have more tension on one side? I tend to chew and clench on my right side, and hence it has a deeper fold. That is very easy. Sorry, I need to put on my reading glasses. Old eyes over here. First of all, don't chew only on one side, Amy. You need to always with face yoga, you need to work on the root cause. If you don't change the chewing only on one side, you can do the program and it will help, but it will always come back. So it's pretty simple. I always give the example with the under eye wrinkles. When you do one of our programs or a routine for the under eye wrinkles, and you do it every single day for 3 months, for half an hour every day, and then you sit in front of the computer for 2 hours every day like this, you will never ever get rid of these wrinkles. So When you have an imbalance and you already know where it comes from, chewing and clenching, I would highly recommend try to chew on both sides equally. And with a clench, go see your dentist, get some help to release the tension or get to the root cause of the tension. That might be stress, that might be something with the cervical spine. There are a ton of things that could induce the clench. But for now, I would say the program is still good because it helps, but it doesn't erase the root cause. So you should work on both or do both. Sophie, can I ask what is your age? I'm close to turning 55, Sophie. And I look still good, right? Barbara, if I do this, perhaps I will stop clenching my jaw. It will help, especially the lower cheek release, like this one for the masseter. You have another chewing muscle. That is your temporal muscle. It's here when you press in there with your knuckles. Maybe you feel it's like, ouch, 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 that hurts. That is also covered in the program. In this 30 minutes, again, we couldn't cover everything, but that is all in the program. So yes, it will help with the tightness and everything in your jaw. Again, the root cause you still need to find, but you will find it. Okay, Samantha, I have completed the 15-day cheek lift, which also includes a nasolabial full smoother routine. Is this new program similar or more targeted for nasolabial folds? Will I be able to see it in my account if I want to purchase it? Yes, yes, and yes. So you cannot completely separate the cheeks from the nasolabial folds, right? But the cheek lifter program targets more lifting the cheeks and putting volume on the cheeks. The nasolabial folds one targets more the tension release, the lymphatic drainage, and then the exercises that help you to really find the smile and the lift without creating the deeper nasolabial folds. And yes, you will see it in your account when you purchase it. Janine, is it live? If so, what time? Or pre-recorded? It's all pre-recorded. You purchase it, you can start right away. You have lifetime access. You can do it in your own pace. So nothing you need to worry about time-wise. Lila, what is the difference between lymphatic activation and lymphatic release? I don't know the term lymphatic release, Lila, so I guess I would say lymphatic activation is where you pump or tap or massage the areas where bigger lymph nodes are. So in the face, you have clusters and in the neck of lymph nodes. I think over 1/3 of all lymph nodes are in your neck area. So activating means just for a little while, tapping, massaging, pumping, whatever, like here, 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 over here, everywhere where you have the lymph nodes, the bigger ones or these clusters. And the lymphatic release, I guess, is more the drainage part. And that lymphatic drainage is something medical. And we don't do that with face yoga. We do the activation and we guide the lymphatics into the right direction. Lymphatic drainage is when you have breast cancer and your lymph nodes are taken out and you have a lot of lymphatic liquids in your arm, then you need a lymphatic drainage, really. So I would say lymphatic activation and lymphatic release is on the more active side for a healthy but sluggish lymphatic system. And we all tend to store lymphatic liquids in our face, in our body. Our lymphatic system doesn't have a pump like our blood system. So we need to do something actively to get everything going and flowing. And that's what we are doing with face yoga. Danielle, when you finish the 15 days, do you go back to day one if you want to repeat it? Yes and no, Danielle, you can go back to day one and start all over. You could also, while you are doing the 15 days for the first time, simply write down which days feel really good for you, or which exercises did you like the most, or where did you see the most results or benefits. And so you can create like your own little program. I would always say go through the 15 days straight first, and then after that, you can get creative with that. Another question, I have the 6-week face toning bootcamp. How does this nasolabial program differ from week 5 of nasolabial folds? The week inside the 6-week face toning bootcamp is a week in between all the other areas. And that makes it different. Your face is already prepared. You already have set a foundation with working through the other areas. And that is included. And the exercises and poses and the sequence is different. So this program targets on nasolabial folds not only, but mainly, again, release lymphatic drainage and then the correct what is the word? Lift, learning how to lift the cheeks correctly without deepening the fold. Inside the 6-week bootcamp, it also targets the nasolabial folds, but in a different way because it's full face. Okay, do I see more questions? Maybe my team can give me a little hint if I should stop this class or if I should say something more. No. Okay, then I will say something more. Okay. Thank you, first of all, for spending this time. Thank you for coming back, everybody who came back after the thunderstorm. This time, yoo-ha, everything worked. So, just thank you for spending the time, for listening to my nerdy face yoga things. I hope that you liked it. I hope that you learned a little bit, that you understand that it's not this one-time thing, that you cannot go to Instagram and just do 10 times or 100 times this, or there are weird exercises where they are sucking on a, like this. No, don't do it. Just you will not do anything good. So I hope that you understand that. I know that face yoga in the beginning seems like it's a lot of work, but it's not. It is simple, it is easy, and when you do it over a few weeks, you will understand that it's so nice to have the control back over what your face is doing all day long. And you will look into the mirror and you will smile and you will remind, oh no. This is the okay. So it will become so easy and it is really, really simple. But you need to know again the why, you need to know the root cause, and you need to know your pattern. You need to know what's going on in your face. Otherwise, it will not help. So I hope I see a lot of you inside the program. Thanks again. Have a lovely rest of your day, great weekend, great summer. Enjoy, be happy, and have a great rest of your day.